In the last hour, President Trump taking a shot at the drug industry, tweeting, Pfizer and others should be ashamed that they have raised drug prices for no reason. They're merely taking advantage of the poor and others unable to defend themselves, while at the same time giving bargain basement prices to other countries in Europe and elsewhere. We will respond. Joining us now on the phone to discuss this is David Maris, the analyst at Wells Fargo. David, great to have you with us.
Good afternoon.
David, you track this. You've been tracking the drug price increases in July, which is a popular month as far as drug price increases go. Is Pfizer doing any worse than any other drug company out there? Why do you think it's being singled out?
Well, in early July, they had a big number of price increases, and so that's why they're being singled out, because they're the most recent. They're a big company, and I think it's a little unfair to single them out because there are lots of other companies doing the same thing. But to single out, sometimes you need to single out one company to make an example of the practice that's going on widespread.
So Pfizer, in particular, had price increases on 41 drugs July 1st by as much as 9%, but it also lowered prices on 5 drugs by as much as 44%, according to what you have found. What do you think the administration could do? Is this something that investors should be concerned about when it comes to investing in this sector, which seemed to have come to life finally in recent weeks?
Yeah, so there are a few things. First, is it a real issue? Absolutely. When Viagra came out, it was really low price. Just 5 years ago, it was $800. Now it's $2,200. Generics just came out, and guess what? The generics are selling at $50. So someone's making money at $50. Someone else is charging $2,200. The world understands, Americans understand that companies need to make money. They need to innovate. Everyone understands that drug companies keep people out of more expensive areas like hospitals and out of doctors' offices. But there's this public trust part of this, too. That's why it's resonating so much with voters and with consumers, that they're going to the pharmacy, and a large number of prescriptions are being abandoned at the pharmacy because someone has a prescription at hand, they go into the pharmacy, and they get told what their copay is, and they just can't afford it.
Right.
So what can the president do? He's going to do a lot of things. First of all, he's warning the industry, and the industry is not doing anything. So that's the first mistake. He can push for faster generic approvals. He's already doing that. He can require discounts and rebates to be disclosed. He can take away tax deductibility for advertising or promotions or sporting events. He can call for Medicare to negotiate drug prices. Some people think, well, this will never happen, but it might. And they could also change the crazy Hatch-Waxman rules that pay off generic companies for trials.
Okay.
So there are lots of things they could do. They're just going to have to start to do them.
Now, as he singled out Pfizer, he said while they're raising prices here in the U.S., they are offering bargain basement prices overseas. Are they?
Well, we haven't looked specifically at Pfizer's drugs here and there, but as a rule, it's fair to say that, and it's something that every American gets really up in arms. We understand if a drug is cheaper in India or Mexico, but there's something wrong with a developed country like the UK or France getting a bargain on a drug that we invented. There's just something about subsidizing the innovation and low prices other places. And you know what the other countries would say? They'd say, well, you know what? You're suckers. You don't negotiate price.
So given all the things that the president could do, David, which you so aptly outlined, should there be a discount embedded in the multiples of these drug stocks?
Well, we've been saying, we've put out a report series over the last 6 months called The Brave New World. We're saying that the whole world about pharmaceuticals is changing. Their margins are decreasing. They may be spending a little bit more on R&D, but their profit margins are coming down. They're still very, very profitable, among the most profitable industries in the U.S. But you know what? Something's got to give, and the consumer just can't give anymore. So now it's time for the industry to figure out a way to either pay lower discounts and rebates and get that savings to consumers, but somehow the consumer has to get some relief. And I think that's what generated the president's tweet today.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.